Spacey Sims, and we are back with more Cafe Enchante, and we're just picking up where we left off. Sorry if I keep pausing randomly. I keep checking the sound, because, like, my capture card, I think, is being a little bit of a bitch today, so, I'm keep an eye and make sure we don't skip and have issues like we've had before in other games, because this thing is terrible. Anyway, so we're at Rindo's apartment, and yeah, okay. Sorry. Oh, my head's not here. I'm trying to focus on the music, like, just to make sure it's not cracking and everything the way it was doing when I first started to record this part, but anyway. I step into the kitchen area, and it's something spectacular. Okay. The kitchen is breathtaking, as expected from this place. But there's nothing here. The kitchen's very spacious, but that only made it easier to notice how barren it is. No spices, no dishes, no nothing. I don't see any pots, pans, knives, plates, anything. Those things are kept in drawers and cupboards, girl. Jesus, open a drawer. How do you cook with nothing in here? The simple answer is obviously doesn't. I usually just eat outside, like when I go to your cafe. But what if you want to eat at home? Like, maybe breakfast? I just go to sleep. I'm not much of a breakfast person anyway. Huh? Really? I always saw Mr. Rindo as a well-organized adult, but this is unexpected. If I'm busy, I usually go without eating or take a drink supplement. I even had one this morning. But I know how to cook. I used to spend a lot of time cooking, so I might be better than most other cooks. And yet, you don't ever practice. You're gonna, I don't think it's like riding a bicycle. I think you have to practice at it. Keep it up. I don't know. Huh. He knows how to cook, but he chooses not to? Definitely not something I'd do. Eating outside is good, but I think food you prepare for yourself is more enjoyable, since you know how you like it. I hear what you're saying, but I'm kinda lazy, you know? Mr. Rindo brings out a can of fresh tea leaves. He suddenly stops moving. I know. It's not for another hour. But why don't we make lunch today? And so, now I'm out with Mr. Rindo buying food and cooking utensils for our lunch. Oh my god, we're furnishing the apartment together. It's cute. You didn't know that He's like, what pots and pans do you like? And all of a sudden he's like, this is so you can never leave. Didn't know he was going to do that, did you? Probably not, but I'm just saying. But wait! If you buy this, you'll get another piece free! Perfect! Oh, that was a salesperson. I thought it was me for a second. I was like, whoa! But wait! If you buy this, you'll get another piece free! Perfect for couples! I think it'd be perfect for you two! Couple? Huh, I see. I'm sold. I have to get the matching pair of these then. My pleasure! Mr. Rindo isn't denying we're couples. We're couples. We're a couple. Couples is plural, and we're two people in a couple. A singular thing. Well, correcting the salesperson of our relationship isn't going to change anything, but I can't believe the salesperson's words didn't faze him at all. That's because he wants you to be a couple. I'm telling you, you're helping him furnish his apartment with things that you like so that he can lock you in and make you never leave again. We wouldn't be able to run Cafe Enchante, and that would be bad, so he wouldn't do that. But I'm just saying, I mean, look, I've played enough of these games and ended up in enough fucking cages and shit where I have trust issues, okay? Pretty awkward if you ask me. I sneak a peek at his face, but he looks calm as usual. Maybe it's just me getting caught up with the small details. Or maybe it's because he's an adult. I mean, you're an adult. He's an older adult, so it's really weird when you're like, he's an adult! So are you! Stop. It's already weird? Don't make it weirder. He's an adultier adult, is what you're thinking. But just, look. Some of us are not adultier adults, okay? No matter how old we get. I'm just saying, she's an adultier adult than I am. Like, run a cafe. Look, I roll out of bed and I do my job. Because I have to. Not because I want to. The very fact that I'm bothered by his reaction and how he can keep his cool is so frustrating. Did you say something? Nothing at all. I mean, the age gap between us is pretty huge, but we still look like a couple to others? I tilt my head as I keep thinking about it. Yeah, you know what would have been funnier? It would have also been, would have been like, nope, have to be done. Oh, it's perfect. Oh, is this your daughter? Oh, God. Gross. Look, I guess it's better the salesperson thought we were a couple than I was his daughter. Because that'd have been a fast track to nope. I suddenly take notice of a mirror in the shop that reflects us standing together. My God, he's tall, or we're fucking short. We're probably fucking short. But like, holy Christ. I don't think I've ever dated anyone that's been that much taller than me. I'm pretty fucking average height for a woman, but like, that is like, oh, you're like The salesperson's wrapping the dishes. Mr. Rindo is talking to him casually. Oh, I did the salesperson's woman. Whatever. I'm standing there looking at the mirror. I can tell through the reflection that we aren't the same age, but he doesn't look like my father or brother. Well, thank God for that. Well, of course, also dressed like that. He doesn't look like anybody's dad. He might be your daddy, but not your dad, you know? Of course, we don't look alike, but Mr. Rindo's youthful appearance is probably why we don't look related. Particularly, he's wearing his hair down and is dressed casually, which is making him look way younger than expected. Although, hair down, his hair is always like that. It's just the bang areas are kind of more brushed back. It's not really done up. You know what I'm saying? It's not really an updo, but okay. I guess I can't blame the salesperson for mistaking us for a couple. I wonder what Mr. Rindo's thoughts are of being mistaken as a couple. He's excited he asked you on a date, after all. Folks like Miser and the other non-humans have lived decades. They probably don't even count exactly how old they are already. But Mr. Rindo is a human. Maybe he sees me as a kid or even his younger sister. This is so weird. I can't seem to explain the stuffy feeling I'm overcome with. Okay, I really hope that didn't count as a CG, because it's really just their sprites. Normal sprite in a mirror. And that to me is not like CG worthy, is all I'm saying, so. I'm stuck wondering what this feeling is that's pulsing within me. Alright, next up, food. Oh, yes! Before I knew it, Mr. Rindo had finished paying for the dishes and beckons me to follow him outside. Before I knew it, Mr. Rindo has finished paying. Weird. Anyway. I look back at the mirror behind me. I see Mr. Rindo and myself. I feel a subtle yet sharp pain run through me. No, stop it, stupid tablet. Don't turn it off. I can't keep bending over. My back hurts. I pulled my fucking back muscle yesterday. So hard to sleep. It's like I'm fucking old. Don't get old, kids.
Don't get old, kiddos. Everything starts to fucking hurt. If it's not your hips falling apart, it's your back. Oh, there goes my back. Oh, my sciatica.
It's now close to lunchtime.
Also, forget where shit is.
Okay, like, interrupt for a second, seriously. I swear to God, I thought I went fucking insane today. Switched my washcloth in the shower before I took a shower. Okay, take the old one out, put a new one in. Okay, threw it in the pile of towels and stuff that are sitting there in my bathroom to get washed. Those were, my hair towels and, like, shirts and everything that I wear when I dye my hair. They've been sitting there for a while. Okay, like, whatever. And I was like, all right, well, I don't want my good washcloths to get washed with those. So I'm like, okay. I took it, I throw it in the laundry pile, and then I kind of sorted out my laundry, like, okay, whatever. And then I'm, like, looking at when I went to get a new washcloth, I'm missing some washcloths. Like, I normally have a decent stack, but I'm like, there's only, like, 3 there now. Where the hell did the rest of them go? So I go find, like, okay, I found them in the laundry room, right? They're in there in a pile of towels. Okay, still missing 2. Go through all my fucking missing 2. Mind you, the one that I just took out of the shower, where the fuck did it go? Okay, I have a load of laundry in the washing machine. I'm like, well, maybe it got stuck in with, like, I threw it in with all my underwear and, like, hoodies and shit that I'm washing. Like, okay, fine. When I move that over to the dryer, I pull everything. No, not in there. What the I just took it out of the shower and I lost it already. On top of another one. I've gone through all the piles of laundry, right? Went through the towel pile, everything. No. So I'm sitting there like, okay. After I switched the laundry over, I'm like, all right, so that washcloth isn't it? Where the hell is it? It's driving me crazy. I know it's going to turn up. It's not like it fucking walked out of my house. I go through my laundry pile again. My other one. Okay, this is a sweater. This is a sweater. These are pajama pants. These are socks. Nothing in there, okay? Go through the towels again. Well, there's the one washcloth that was missing that I couldn't find. I went through that pile like 3 times and it wasn't there, and now it's there. Okay. And then, the one that I just took out of the shower was somehow inside my hair towel. Because, like, I have, like, the little turby towels. You know, the little, like, twisty ones? Like, I've had those for, like, 100 years. My aunt got them for me, like, forever ago for, like, Christmas or a birthday or something. I fucking love those things. Okay. Because you know how you put your hair in a towel and you do the twisty thing? It's like that, but it's automatic. It's made for that. It's perfect. I love them. So, like, okay. I don't even know if they still make them anymore, but I've had 3 for, like, 100 fucking years. They're still going. Anyway. It's somehow in that towel. How did it get in the... Okay. I'm going crazy. I'm officially going fucking crazy because I walked around for like 30 minutes looking for the fucking washcloths that were like right there in front of my face apparently. And I went through and they were, and then I even looked on my couch like when I was folding laundry. Did it get shoved behind a pillow somehow? Like forever ago when I last did laundry? Like, nope. But anyway, I found them, but like,
you're getting old, kids. I can't fucking find shit and it's right in front of my damn face.
Anyway, so... Old sucks. Anyway, we finished buying all the groceries and supplies. We need to start cooking. We're now ready to cook. Oh, okay. Now this is a CG. Right. Mr. Rindo? That's quite something. I look at his cooking skills as I work on some of the ingredients. He's a lot more skilled than I thought he would be. Well, there was a time when I convinced guys who knew how to cook. When I was convinced guys who knew how to cook and get girls. It's not a bad trait to have, I'm just saying. I'd rather not think back on how I used to see things, but I'm happy you appreciate my cooking. I'm just saying, a man who can cook is a good thing. If you can't cook, it's not like,
oh my god, totally a negative.
but I'm just saying. It's more of a positive. We continue talking idly as the preparations continue. Also, I mean, you should at least be able to cook something. If you cannot figure out how to make fucking toast, that's a problem. If you can't make eggs, that's a problem. You don't always have to make them perfect, okay? But like, you know, I'm no gourmet chef, but I can manage to every once in a while I can manage to fucking cook rice, okay? Everyone says it's the easiest thing. It's not. I swear to God, there's something seriously wrong with, like, look, most of the time. If I'm not rushing it and I do it properly. But if I'm trying to rush it, always comes out wrong. But again, that's because I'm trying to rush it. Anyway, you should be able to cook simple shit. Can you boil water? It's not that hard. Can you cook? Again, you can make hard-boiled eggs. It's not that hard. We continue talking idly as the preparations continue. Spacey, can you hand me the pepper? Here you go. Thank you. Seeing his warm smile is making me smile too. Oh look, we're so cute in the background. What is it? Nothing. I just thought you looked like you're having fun. He shrugs as if he doesn't notice it himself as he works on the recipe. Well, today is special. It's a lot different when you have someone cooking with you. Someone? Oh, you mean me? Of course. It's great to hear that from him. That said, I doubt he means anything by it. But hearing him say special is making it hard for me to hold back my smile.
Oh, that's so cute!
Ted's in his little fucking apron. I was like, what's that little plunk noise? And then there he is. Oh! Is he blushing? That's so cute!
Rindo, can I get some eats with that hot wine?
I'm coming. And now we should get working on the carpaccio. He opens the olive oil we just bought, and before I knew it, the carpaccio is done. I'm starting to think that Mr. Rindo is a better cook than I am. I'm anxious knowing he's a better cook than me, but... I'm anxious knowing he's a better cook than me, not just as a person, but as the cook at Enchante. Oh, okay, that makes more sense. I was like, wait, what? Finish reading the sentence before you question it, Spacey. Okay. Then again, seeing Mr. Rindo having fun cooking is bringing a smile to my face. I just love that fucking Tenzin in his little fucking apron. That's so cute. Soon after, we finish our lunch, and now we're sipping on our drinks as we begin talking amongst ourselves. Before we knew it, it's getting dark outside. What a day. I feel like I haven't been this relaxed in ages. Same here. Huh. Well, I'm glad you look relaxed now. And look, we got somebody maybe too relaxed there.
What a wonderful day!
Maybe it's just me, but 10 looks kind of drunk.
I am most definitely not drunk.
Oh boy, yep, he's drunk all right. Well, what can you expect? He's been slamming wine since lunchtime. He's also a clay pot. Like, how does a little clay dude get drunk? Okay.
I'd like to lie down now.
I hear snoring coming from 10 the moment he hits the sofa. That was quick. I never thought I'd live to see a clay doll get drunk. I'll take him to the bedroom. Well, let me clean up the table then. Sorry. Will you? Thanks. We have a lot of things in the kitchen now. Aside from the dishes I'm washing, the place is filled with various spices and ingredients, plates and utensils. I love that. We have a lot of things now. See? Totally fucking work. What did I fucking tell you? He is buying stuff because he's gonna keep you here forever. And then she's like, we have a ton of stuff now. She just fucking signed herself up for it. He didn't even have to be like, I'm gonna lock the door and keep you here forever. She was like, we have tons of silverware now. Isn't that great? In our apartment, should we go to the bedroom? He's like, wait, what happened? Well, maybe she's the one trapping him. I don't know. Shit's getting weird. Look, these games make me have issues, but I'm just saying. Anyway, that was fun. I whispered to myself, oh, that was fun. We went shopping together and cooked ourselves a nice lunch. It didn't matter that the date was centered around 10 and I meeting. Yep, it was fun all right. I recall the lunch we had today as I continue washing the dishes. Mr. Rindo scooped the rice into 10's bowl. Mr. Rindo cleaned up the water 10 spilled too. It was almost like a father who was taking care of his son's messes. I mean, we have a couple strays, you have a stray. Oh. Okay. Hopefully that was, I just got a little pop-up and it's like, something was installing in the background and it's like, you have to reboot your computer right now! No, I fucking don't, bitch! I mean, we're on the same screen, so hopefully it's okay. I hadn't glanced over in a minute. I wouldn't be surprised seeing a kid riding on Mr. Rindo's shoulders. Whoa, okay, let's not start thinking about that shit. Stop it. Stop it. I hate it. No. Look, age difference is weird, okay? Lolly Boy's uncomfortable. I hate it when they start bringing kids into this shit. Like, oh my god, he'd make a great dad. Look, okay. I get it. Because there is that moment every once in a while you're like, oh, that's so cute. Sometimes, even as a woman who hates children, those like cute dad moments, you're like, oh, wait, what is happening? It's cute for a second, like a puppy. Oh, puppy, it's cute. I don't want a puppy just because I think it's cute. It's like, oh, that's cute. Okay, and I'm over it. Puppies are different. They're always cute, okay? But like, yeah. Doesn't mean no, fuck the kid thing. But like, I hate it when they do that in games. Cause it's like, oh my god, then I'm thinking him and I want a baby. No, don't say that. I hate that. That creeps me out. Don't force your fucking shit on, no. I don't like it. Cause I don't like kids. Don't ruin my fucking man harem with the idea of children. Gross. You know, she's imagining him being a dad and that's gonna make her all like, oh great, I'm so in love with him now. Gross. Stop it. Babies are no in these. Throw this game. He's too old to be a dad. You kidding me? By the time you're ready to have kids, he'll be like 80. Jesus. I know, men can, like, fine. Well, I'm like 50. It's time to have a kid. Well, gross. Because you're going to be dating a 20-year-old then, and that's kind of fucked up. Because, good God. Look. Anyway. I wouldn't be surprised seeing a kid. Oh, we already read that. I can't help but smile at the thought of that. See? Stop thinking about babies, girl. Stop it. Don't like you anymore. It's okay. I actually do like her. But that, you know what? That's one. I don't know if she's had other moments where I'm gonna beat her. I don't think so. I think she's been good so far. But that, no, gross. I pause for a bit as I think about something I forgot from earlier because of Ten's appearance. I wonder if Mr. Rindo has a girlfriend. I mean, this would be highly in-fucking-appropriate. I just feel like it's one thing to be like, oh, okay, like, go talk to 10, whatever. But let me take you out to lunch, like you did the one time. Let me bring you back to my house, and then we'll buy, like, cooking supplies together and cook together, and, like... I don't know, it's a little too intimate for, like, it's just someone from work, honey. You're not gonna have a girlfriend if she finds out about this shit, all I'm saying. Can you imagine if your boyfriend told you about this shit? Brought some other girl to the apartment. Like, totally work. It was totally for work. And then we went out and bought, like, silverware and shit. He had no fucking utensils in his apartment. So I'm gonna tell you, he probably doesn't have a girlfriend, because if she ever came over, she'd be like, you don't even own a fucking fork? Like, one single chopstick I could skew... Nothing? There's not a glass here? The fuck? Like, no, nothing? I assume you have a teacup if you were making tea. So you might have a couple of glasses. But, like, seriously, I don't think she'd be able to put up with that. And then you sit there and tell your girlfriend, like, yeah, no, it's totally just a girl from work. But, like, we went out, we went shopping, and we bought all these plates and bowls and stuff like that. It was so cute. And the sales lady thought we were a couple, and I didn't correct her. You're gonna get divorced after that is all I'm saying. Like, because that is bullshit. Like, girl, come on. Based on what I know so far, I doubt he's married. But I'm not sure about the girlfriend part. Oh, sweetie. You're so naive. Not that I could ask him straight to his face. I wonder if Mr. Rindo is going out with someone. Huh? Oh, didn't I tell you? What? I jump back awkwardly as he completely catches me off guard. Did I scare you? So, you're done with the dishes? Yes. Not that there were many to wash. After giving my thanks for today, I sit on the sofa at the same time Mr. Rindo takes a seat. So is 10 asleep now? I try to avert attention away from what I mumbled by trying to change the subject. Yeah, how awkward. Yes, sound asleep all right. I suppose his day drinking in your company did the trick. Glad I could help. So, you were saying something about me going out with someone, right? Mr. Rindo isn't gonna just let this subject slide, is he? We don't need to talk about it. Don't worry about it. Though, just for the record, I don't have a girlfriend. He's like, I do not have a girlfriend. Yet. Hint, 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 hint. She's like, huh. Not to mention I have other things on my mind, like Shizuku. Oh. I mean, okay. Prime girlfriend material in us, because we know all of his shit, and we're still okay with it. But again, could you imagine... No, I mean, I just started, like, you just start dating someone and he tells you that this happened. You'd be like, excuse me? And then he's like, oh, and also my sister is this blood-sucking creature thing. What? Okay. I'm just gonna call some, like, 911. Yeah, hi. I'm pretty sure my boyfriend is fucking insane. So if you could bring someone, you know, like, maybe a therapist or something, he might need some help. I don't know. Like, I mean, I'm just, even if you don't tell them what you're like, I work for this government organization. I can't tell you what we do. It's top secret. Okay, sure. I can't tell you anything about my sister because that's top secret, but it drives me insane at night. Like, you'd have to hide so much from a normal person who knows nothing about non-humans. Like, how could you? Of course the man's single. It's like, I can't tell, how was your day? I can't talk about it. Uh-huh. So about your I can't talk about it. Like, you also don't own plates. So, I mean, again, I don't know what led you to think. Any possibility, I mean, obviously she's thinking about it because she's like, I'm interested in him, but I wonder if he's got another girlfriend before I get invested when you're like, oh my god, I like this guy, he's so cute. Oh, he's married! Fuck me. You know what I mean? I get it, but still. Could have been easy to figure out. He has no plates. Well, he didn't before today. Not even paper ones. I mean, I'm just saying. My heart jumps hearing Shizuku's name. The last time he brought up her name was when we were talking about her a few days back. His younger sister turned into a non-human, and he was this close to putting her down. It's the phrasing on that. It's true. Putting her down, but it just sounds so funny. I can only imagine how emotionally scarred he is from such a traumatic experience. It probably changed his entire life. Oh, is that why this place is so empty? Maybe he lost all interest in material things because he's constantly thinking about her. No, my speculation is probably way off base. In any case, I'm sure he feels stuck in time and hasn't been able to move on. And that applies to Mikado, too. Girlfriend. Wow, alright. I like you being forward, though. I appreciate this. Well, I wouldn't mind if you were my girlfriend, Spacey. Okay. Alright. I'm just saying, thank you for not beating around the bush and hinting, because I wouldn't have gotten it, but this, I get. I understand what you're saying. I get it. Mr. Rindo stares at me and laughs. Of course, the staring at me to joke laughs so that I laugh too, or try to see. Don't do that, because then I'm. Oh, you're joking. Okay, break my heart. Thanks. I think he's trying to lift our spirits. It's as if he's trying to hide his feelings. Hold on. Sorry. Another time. Boop. Thank you. Go away. So, how about it? How'd you like to go steady with an old-timer like me? When you call yourself an old-timer, it makes it a little strange. I can't do anything for him. I had no involvement in what had happened. But why am I so irritated and angry? I would explain why I'm going to say... If I said yes in reply to what you asked, then what? I look straight into his eyes. I like how he's like joking around. He's like, I wouldn't mind if you were a girlfriend. What about going steady? And she's like, how the fuck dare you fuck with me like that? Like, she's getting mad because she's like, how dare you joke about my feelings? He's dead serious. Oh, sure. He's laughing it off because he's probably like, ha ha ha. She's going to say no. And she's going to go, oh, you're funny. And he's going to cry himself to sleep later. But like, now she's mad. She doesn't have any serious. Cute. I like this. What? He probably didn't expect me to say that. Unlike the usual Mr. Rindo, he's just sitting there frozen with his mouth open. Yeah, he wasn't expecting you to say yes. He thought you were going to laugh at him. He's like, I'm going to shoot my shot. And be like, ha ha, but in a joking kind of way. So if she says no, it's like, oh, I'm just kidding. I knew it. No, we're just buds. I get it. And again, then you're going to drink yourself into a stupor later and it's fine. Okay. Cry, listen to some sad music. I'm going to die alone. And then the next day you'll be okay. And then if she was like, oh my God, that'd be so great. He'd be like, oh, thank God. You didn't expect me to get mad about it. And now look, we're both like, wait, what? Wait, why do I have a cold sweat? What in the world did I say? I knew it was by impulse, but this is so embarrassing. I want to scream and take back what I said, but that'll only make my blushing worse. It's because you didn't, it's because you like him. You thought he was joking, you're all mad at him. I decided to scream inside of my head while holding a calm and serene front as I keep looking at him. This is so relatable. Oh my God. I've never seen half my life written out in an Atome game before, but this is literally it. It's screaming internally while remaining a calm front. Whether it's screaming and like, oh my God, what did I say? Or like, I don't know what I'm fucking doing. Or I swear to God, I'm going to fucking kill you. Whatever version of screaming it is, you're always just like, smile and nod while screaming internally. Literally half my life right there. Oh my God. I'm going to cry. While screaming and laughter in my head. See? There you go. Mr. Rindo breaks the silence. Oh my God, that's great. Huh. Well, good to hear. That was unexpected. I expect us to be an idiot. He's an idiot too. This is great. If I was my usual self, I'd most likely say that Miser would be angry hearing what we said, but... Well, hey, we bought a lot of kitchen stuff, didn't we? You're absolutely right. Oh my God, this is worse than talking about the weather. I nod and let out a sigh of relief hearing Mr. Rindo change the subject forcefully. You just kept buying things without a single thought. It was very surprising. You really think so? Yes, I do. The clay pot you bought was pretty pricey. Well, I don't shop too often. I guess I was just having fun while I had the chance. And then again, thank you for buying all of them. They all came in handy making those great meals today. No problem at all. Glad you enjoyed it. Mr. Rindo smiles and nods, hearing my reply. I should cook more often so none of these purchases go to waste. You should! Your cooking was absolutely wonderful, Mr. Rindo. And then he's like, and this is why we can't date, because you keep calling me Mr. Rindo. In particular, I wouldn't mind having the aquapazza you made again? We're putting all this fucking... Stop with the Italian in games, because I'm assuming it's Italian food. Stop putting the fucking Italian in games, goddammit. I can't read Italian. I bring out the dish that stood out from the meals he made, to which his eyes widen. I start to blush, understanding what I seem to have implied with my response. Again, Mr. Rindo simply responds like he usually does. Yeah, really? But he looks kind of stunned. He lets out a broad and bright smile. I see. Well, I guess all that cooking I did before didn't go to waste. Seeing you happy makes me happy too, and that's something you say to someone you love. All right, I better buy some extra supplies just in case you happen to stop by again. Yeah, I don't remember how to get here. Happen to stop by as in you kidnap me? Time continues to pass, and before I knew it, the evening sky has gone completely dark. All I'm doing now is looking up into the night sky, marveling its brilliance amid the room's darkness. I was going to say because he doesn't own any fucking lamps, but there's one right there. Like, there is a lamp in this house anyway, and I'm sure there's overhead lighting in the kitchen, but... As for Mr. Rindo, he went into another room, simply stating that he'd be right back with something. I figured I should sit tight to find out what this something is. Pretty, ain't it? The view from up here was worth the cost of this place. Mr. Rindo. I look at him to see him holding in his hand a letter. It's from Grandpa? I could tell immediately by the handwriting used for to Rindo. Yes, it's a letter Soan gave me before he left us. He urges me to read it. I slowly unfold the letter. Do I have to read it like Grandpa? To Rindo. What was written after that was the Grandpa I've known my whole life. He tells Mr. Rindo to eat healthy while he's not eating at Enchante. He says to find a hobby. He ends by telling Mr. Rindo to live a more fulfilling life. After he finished telling Mr. Rindo his concerns, Grandpa writes about me in the following section. He asks Mr. Rindo to take care of me in case he passes away and I take ownership of the cafe. He also mentions that Mr. Rindo can take care of the gate if it's too much for me. The letter gave me insight into the relationship Grandpa and Mr. Rindo had. Grandpa was like a dad to him. Oh, wait. Weird. Grandpa was treating you like you're his own son and I'm his granddad, and that makes this relationship weird now. I made it weird. It was already weird. That's so Grandpa. He's pretty consistent in how he talks to everyone. He didn't bother you too much, did he? Memories of Grandpa flood my mind. It's making me both happy and sad. Yeah, I get that. Mr. Rindo gently pats me on the head as I wipe the tears rolling down my cheeks. Not at all. He was always kind and was like a second father to me. Someone used to talk about you quite a lot. I was pretty interested in getting to know who you were. Really? He nods in response. Mr. Soan mentioned that he'd be happy if you took over the cafe, but he also wanted you to live a normal life like any other girl out there. He knew both sides of non-humans well enough to trust and be wary of them. He insisted I help you out if you ever wanted to live a normal life like everyone else. Which is why I think he gave me this letter instead of making one for the non-human regulars at the cafe. I was gonna say, you don't know that he didn't, but we know that he didn't, because otherwise, like, Ignis and Canis would have read us their letters, and we didn't get that. So I'm just saying. Okay. His words jog my memory back to when I first met Mr. Rindo. Come to think of it, I recall you saying that before. Something about putting more thought into my relationship with the Enchante patrons. Someone's words stayed with me, and to be honest, I'd been worried about it ever since I read that. What about now? Is that even a question? You look happy with how things are now. Also, I know the guys who come to Enchante are good, but they're still non-humans. Their lives and lifespans, even the way they're born, it's also different from normal humans. You can't turn a blind eye to them. Even Sohon wasn't able to be with him until the very end. Which is why I agree with Sohon. If you want a normal, happy life, I'll do what I can to help. You're like a good dad boyfriend. The age difference, a lot. Okay, it's like 20 years. It's a lot. And then again, if you're happy with how things are now, I doubt that'll cross your mind. We could be like early to mid-20s. I don't really quite remember if they said. A normal, happy life. Because, I mean, she went to college, right? Well, maybe she didn't. Maybe just right out of high school she went into that job, but... I recall when I went shopping with Mikado, Il, and the other patrons, I was wondering what it's like to be normal. But I still don't know what being normal really means to me. This could be normal. What is normal to me now? It's to live every day as the owner of Café Enchante. Mr. Rindo, do you mind if I ask what a normal, happy life is to you? Huh? To me? Mr. Rindo's eyes blink in a flurry as if he didn't expect for me to ask him that. That's because he doesn't have a fucking normal life either! Hello, have we met his sister? Yes, we have. Yes, Mr. Rindo. Your normal life is filled with non-humans, right? Your work is about them too. I thought our lives aren't that different. Mr. Rindo folds his arms together and grimaces. I mean, to be honest, for him, a relationship with us is a good thing. Because then at least, like, we know what he does. We know about non-humans. We're kind of in that world, right? So we can understand the stuff he's dealing with. He can talk to us. He doesn't have to hide it all. If he had a relationship with a normal human being who didn't know anything about non-humans, he'd have to hide like 90% of himself. You know what I mean? Why do you always go to that cafe and talk to that girl? Like, well, we wouldn't even know about the cafe if we were his girlfriend. Like, not. You know what I mean? If we were a normal... anyone else. Wouldn't know about the cafe. You wouldn't know about any portion of his life. Couldn't talk about his family because of his sister. Can't talk really about his job, probably. Like, I doubt they're like, yeah, sure, it's because there's, like, non-humans and there's gates and those. Because, like, hello, that is why, like, if there are actually fucking aliens in Area 51, they're not gonna fucking tell us. We can't handle that. Could you imagine? You'd be like, what? What? Like, I mean, the thought that, like, are you serious? In the entire fucking universe, there's no other intelligent life? That seems like fucking weird. You're like, that seems odd. Doesn't that seem fucking odd? But then if they were like, aliens, you'd be like, wait, what? Your brain can't wrap around either one. It's kind of like being like, the universe is never ending. It goes on forever. There's no end. What? Like, you know it's true, but it hurts your brain to think about it because everything has an end. And you're like, but it doesn't. It just goes on forever. It's one of those unfathomable truths, you know? So, like, you couldn't tell, like, a normal girlfriend. You're like, oh, you're not. Oh, shit, what? Because then she's going to tell someone, and then everyone's going to know, and that would defeat the whole purpose of, like, secret agency, right? So you couldn't tell anybody anything. And that would suck. That would suck. There's a very small subset of human beings who could probably deal with having a spouse that had a top secret job where they couldn't tell you anything because you'd be like, why are you lying to me? Like, you could never have had a trust issue in your life to date someone like that. You kidding me? You ever have been lied to, manipulated, cheated on anything? And then you date someone like Rindu is like, I can't tell you about him. What are you doing behind my back? Like, all to pieces. Even if you're like, I've gotten over my trust issues. I understand that not everybody is up. No, this would like, you'd be like, I'm going crazy in my, you screaming internally while you just stare at him. No, honey, it's fine. It's fine. You really don't work. What were you fucking doing? So like, this relationship is actually a good thing. Look, I have a problem with the age difference. Okay, it's weird, but like, just because like I'm old and I can't imagine dating someone like 20 years younger than me. Gross. I mean, sorry. Like, you're 45 and you're going to date someone 25. I'm not 45, but I'm just saying, God, it's closer than I wanted to be. But could you imagine? Like, God, even, all right, I dated someone 12 years younger than me at one point. And even now, I'm like, no, that was fucking weird. I am not the most mature adult. Okay, I am not at all. No. I'm like 10 years mentally younger because, like, I'm not mature at all. God, I don't think I'm ever going, no. Like, but good Lord, still. But okay, take that aside. We're the only one that's going to understand what's going on in his life. He can at least talk to us, though. I mean, we're actually, well, very, very young enough to be his daughter. Actually good for him. Okay. Yeah. All right. Anyway, that was my 3 long hours. Look, this is what, if you came here to actually play a damn game, I don't know. You're new here. Hi. You shouldn't start in the middle of a game. You should start at the beginning. But this is what happens. Anyway. Mr. Rindo folds his arms together and grimaces. I don't think he knows what a normal happy life is, by the way. You're right. I never recognized that. Oh, look at him looking at us with those eyes. He's like, oh, now you're more in love with us than you were before, right? I know. Charming. I nod in response. Spacey. Oh my god. Oh, hi. I was like, did he just grab us? He grabbed us. Hi. The kind of life I'm referring to is one in which you live like a normal human girl. Could you call me a woman? Because, like, if you're going to try to kiss me now, it's weird that you're calling me a girl. I'm just saying. He pulls me in closer to him and continues very gently. I mean, hi. I could tell immediately he drew me in to get a point through. You and I, we live on borrowed time. And you probably don't notice that being with the regulars in Enchante. If you live alongside them, sooner or later, the concept of time will catch up with you. It just... He knows for a fact, because it's what happens when you get old. My back hurts so bad. Oh my god. You can't be with them forever. The day will come when you'll find out that humans and non-humans are not alike. I also don't like this reality slap that you're giving me. I don't like it. So, I want you... You want me? Really? To live a life as a normal human. And don't ever forget that a normal, happy life is within your reach. Always. I really wish that a normal, happy life was within my reach, but it's just not. Sorry, sweetie. It's not. But I appreciate you pretending. His words are kind and gentle, but I can tell that what drove him to say that to me is a strong regret within him. He may see my life similar to what happened between Mr. Mikado and Shizuku. He doesn't want me in a relationship like that. Mr. Rindo looks at me with stern eyes. I look back without shifting my eyes. Well, please don't forget what it means to have a normal, happy life too, Mr. Rindo. Now kiss. And that goes for your home life, your environment, and your love life. You seem to have the tendency of putting others before you. And I know very well why he does that. It's because of Shizuku. His beloved sibling turned into a non-human. He was about to kill her, but he couldn't pull the trigger. All he could do was suffer and carry on living his life. Maybe he's trying to avoid happiness. The intensity. Mr. Rindo frowns in pain, hearing my words. He tries to respond as best he can. Well then, maybe we should find what it means to be happy together. Oh, hi! Well, that's a line. Giggles. Oh, wow, that is a close-up of that CG. Are you gonna kiss me now? Because, like, if you don't, I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna feel so gypped. Like, I can hear his breath. I can even feel his breath on my lips, because he's like 3 inches from you. Seriously? God fucking damn it. I should have expected it. I should have expected the cock block, the game. The kiss block. The games always fucking do this, but you were like, it's that moment, and then and then the phone rings, and you're like, fuck you. Even though I should have seen it coming, because, like, that was 100% expected. 100% that was gonna happen, and yet, still, you're like, how dare you? Oh, God. Just throw it across the room and kiss me now. A sudden ringing of a phone breaks us apart in a flash. Then... What timing. Mr. Rindo lets out a chuckle as he taps his smartphone's display. Yes, and this is Rindo. Hell Police? Hello, it's the Hell Police! I called sensing that this Rindo character is about to do something evil to a girl. I'm gonna guess it's Miser. Okay. That's Miser's voice. Wait a second. Okay, yeah, exactly. Hell Police? I was like, question mark. Hello, it's the Hell Police. And I'm like, who else would it be? And then this. Okay, I'm sorry. I know we're in Rindo's route, but I love Miser to fucking death, especially for shit like this. Like, oh my god. Are they all watching what was happening here somehow? The timing of that call couldn't have been more perfect. Oh my god, that is embarrassing. Hilariously embarrassing. Did they see me and Mr. Rindo? They're all outside. Oh god. You're like leaning close to the phone. God damn it! Throws the phone. Shut up, Miser. About to kiss? Then suddenly, I noticed my heart racing like crazy. My heart is pounding so strong that I seriously think my heart's gonna pump itself out of my mouth. What am I? I place my hands on my cheeks as I take a few deep breaths and try to calm myself down. Mind you, that was, just him lecturing me. No, he said we should be happy together, and he was leaning closer, and he was gonna kiss you. Girl. No, I get it. You'd be like, yeah, it was totally not. Was it? I don't know. There's nothing between us. There was about to be nothing between you, but it's not like we had an intimate moment just now. Nobody stands that close to anybody they're not trying to kiss. Unless they're your, like, eye doctor, and then they're looking in your eyes, or they're a dentist. Okay, but, like, aside from a medical professional, nobody stands that close to somebody and they ain't trying to kiss. Or threaten. Okay. They might be trying to threaten you or kiss you, but, or a medical professional, but, like, look, okay, you get what I'm saying. I forced myself to try and forget about my heartbeat and look at Mr. Rindo, only to find him talking on the phone. Oh, it's you. Did you think I'd do something like that? Yeah? Check yourself before you wreck yourself. Okay, I fucking love it just for saying it. So old. I love it.
Rindo's position is that of a minor enemy character in an Otome game.
He's the love interest in an Otome game, Jesus. Enemy? Well, isn't that something? But you said minor, too. If I'm an enemy, make me a big one. Not untrue, though, if you think about it. Because most of the love interests in this Otome game that we're living in are non-humans, and he is kind of, almost in a way, an enemy of the non-humans. Like, yes, he works with them and blah, 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 and he likes, but he's very much like, stay away from them. Like, you should lead a normal life. Like, I mean, you shouldn't trust them. He's very much on the negative kind of side now. Like, it's awesome that you're at the cafe. No, it's great with that. He's very much trying to dissuade us from ever having a relationship. You know what I mean? And I get it. I'm not saying that he's evil or anything. I get why he's kind of doing that, but at the same time, you could see him as an enemy to, like, 4/5 of the love interest in this game, so. And if that was the case, we would strike you down. And now then, if you want to be cleared, let us talk with Spacey. Whatever. I'll send her off soon so you guys can ask her yourself. The clamor coming from the other side of the phone is being ignored. Mr. Rindo hangs up. And that's that. Those guys, I tell ya. Mr. Rindo has his usual expression on again as he lets out a sigh. I guess you should close the blinds next time. He's back to his usual adult form again. This time, let's go into the bedroom and just sit there for an hour. Play some Tetris or some shit. Solitaire? Poker? I don't know. Not that kind of poker. Don't. I heard goddamn filthy minds. I know what you were thinking. Perverts. We're just making them think we're playing poker. I'll shut up. I'll leave. All right. It looks like they're worried sick, so let me take you home, okay? If I leave now, is Mr. Rindo going to live his life as usual again, with his adult front? Does that mean he's not going to think about his own happiness? Various thoughts come to mind, but I don't know what to say, and the guys at Enchante are waiting for me, like outside. And so, I nod in confirmation to his words. Are they spying on us the whole time? Preverts. It didn't take me long to drive her back to Café Enchante. I let out a sigh seeing my room as empty as it is. With her gone, this empty room feels even emptier now. Happiness, huh? Today's date meant a lot to me. Of course, I wanted to ask her out so that I could have her meet the Kure, but I also wanted her to be close to a human. And this was all to help her recognize how fun it is to be with other humans. See, I mean, it is. He's almost, in a way, a slight enemy to the non-humans. He's doing it for, like, the right reasons, and I kind of understand, but in a way it's like, you're, like... It's not like, oh, I'm trying to gain her love. It's, I want her to stay away from those cursed non-human. Like, there's a little, like, you know... so... My initial motive was to escort her and give her fair warning. Yes, I wasn't with her as just another smiling patron at her cafe. I was Cowdered Rindo of the GPM today. And yet, I found out that I wasn't associating myself with other humans any more than she was. I mean, yeah, because, Mikado? Yeah, not exactly a normal human. I tried to convince her, but instead she convinced me. She made me realize I was trying to avoid my own happiness. Although you keep hinting about dating me and going out with me, so like... He's like, what would make me happy? I'm just guessing if you didn't figure out that you had a crush on me. We did before you. It's true that I began putting everything else before myself ever since I lost Shizuku. Regardless of the reason, and regardless of the result. That incident blemished my soul, and it festered before I could even recognize it. And that's when I began to turn my eyes away from happiness, which would explain why I lost interest in everything. Even so, how odd. Today's date was... Aww. Fun. She's much younger than me. Yeah, She blinded me with her light. I wanted to keep my eyes on her. Unbelievable. I rake my hair up with my fingers as I look at the sofa she was sitting on. I let out a huge sigh. He's like, she's way younger than me, but you keep flirting with me! Now you all of a sudden we're just like, wait. Oh. Phew! I headed to my room and crashed on my bed the moment Mr. Rindo dropped me off at Enchante. Well, to be specific, Miser and the gang were interrogating me before that. It was quite an ordeal, but I somehow made it through. Why are you interrogating me? You were clearly watching, you perverts! I guess I should be lucky I have people worried about me like that. Yeah, but still. I let out a chuckle as I recall the questioning. I guess the fact that the Kure 10 was with me was enough for them to trust what happened. At the very least, I'm assured that Mr. Rindo won't get jumped by these guys. Then again, I made sure I didn't disclose certain parts that happened. They saw that, so... Ugh! That was so embarrassing. I can feel my heart racing again just thinking about how close we were. I shake my head to get the thought out. I then grab my pillow with my arms and roll onto my back so that I'm looking at the ceiling. Also, I know the guys who come to Enchante are good, but they're still non-humans. Their lives and lifespans, even the way they're born, it's also different from normal humans. You can't turn a blind eye to them. Even Soan wasn't able to be with them until the very end. Which is why I agree with Soan. If you want a normal, happy life, I'll do what I can to help. And then again, if you're happy with how things are now, I doubt that'll cross your mind. A normal and happy life. I guess he's right that I've gotten used to how things are ever since I took over Enchante. What's wrong with this, though? Stop it. You're trying to... I feel like you're shaming me for the life that I'm living. I guess that's, deep down... I get why he's warning you, just be careful, because, it's a hard world to be in, and he gets it. Where you're a human dealing with non-humans all the time, and that's a part of your life you have to hide from most other human beings. Right? So it makes your relationships with other humans weird, because you can't be like, oh yeah, my cat... You can't go because you're anyway. So yeah, and then my friends that you can't never mind. It makes it awkward, and he gets it. But at the same time, we're running the cafe, we're having fun, and I get it's one thing to be just you want to have someone in your life when you're doing something that could potentially lead down to a road of destruction. Like, hey, especially one that they've been down. He's like, hey, so like, if you never talk to other humans, it's gonna be fucking weird at some point. You're gonna be like, oh, fuck, wait. Right? But at the same time, there's also this underlying feeling that I get where she's like happy and was miserable before in her life. And she came here, decided to run this cafe, is enjoying herself, doing something for herself. And he's like, you know what, though? You shouldn't, like, it's almost like he's shaming her for it. There's a slight level to it that just feels that way. And it's like, I mean, I get his reasoning for it, and I'm not like mad about it. But at the same point, I think that's just a little like issue that I have. Like, well, don't shame me for being happy in this life and telling me like, have a happy normal life. Just because your idea of normal and this is normal for me. Like, stop. Could you screaming at your water bottle again? Yeah, hi, you gotta go inside the cage to drink it, dumbass. I think you do this just to get attention. What you doing? You're so fucking weird. I love you. But, you know what I mean? Like me shaming the bird for just hanging outside of his cage. Like, he's living his best life, okay? But like, it's like people being like, oh, you like whatever? Like, that's stupid. Oh my god, why don't you act like a normal adult? Like, let me shut up and I'm gonna play my Atome games, you assholes. Have my imaginary man harem. Shut up. I still go to work and pay my goddamn bills, but you know, like there's that level of like kind of like making you feel bad that your life isn't quote unquote normal. Well, what's normal to you? This is normal to me now, right? Like, but because it's not your idea of normal, you're like making me feel bad about it. That's just me reading into it and just being like, shut up, don't shame me for my life. Anyway, I went to Medio. I went to Bestia. I mean, that does bring up a lot of questions. Things happen back at Amasaki Island near my home. Like, the questions when you're in everybody else's route, but they're gonna still go on living after I die. That is a little weird. Like, you know what I mean? Like, how do you rectify that in your head? Like, you're dating someone, like Miser, who's thousands of years old, and you're like, I'm gonna grow old and die, and you're still young and cute. You're still gonna love me when I'm old and wrinkly? That's what you hope in a normal human relationship, right? Like,
I'm old and wrinkly, you're old and wrinkly. Hope you don't think we got someone sexier, because I'll fucking kill you.
You know? There's that middle-aged part where everybody starts having their crisis, and it's like, no, I'm like 40, I'm gonna go fuck that 20-year-old, like Rindo's having right now. This is a midlife crisis, okay? Like, it's like, sweetie, but there's a point where then she's gonna be like 40, and you're gonna be like 60, and she's gonna be like, gross, now I'm out. And go find and then you're gonna feel like shit, and then that 40-year-old woman that you dumped for that 20-year-old, then she's gonna be like, ha!
Fuck you! I got a 22-year-old boyfriend.
Please, no. She's gonna have like a 65-year-old husband, and they're like,
ha ha! Well, you're changing diapers because you knocked up that 22-year-old. We're out there partying on a cruise.
I mean, I'm just saying. Look, the midlife crisis is when people start getting fucking weird. Okay? But then you get old, and then you're like, I'm old, you're old, we're both fucking old. Neither one of us look as good as we used to. Get over it. Everything's saggy and wrinkly, and nobody gives a shit, right? But, like, when you're old and wrinkly and your boyfriend's hot as fuck, like, how do you deal with that? Miser, you're still gonna love me when I'm 80 and falling apart? I mean, I know you're thousands of years old, but you look beautiful. I am not gonna I am white. We age. That's the way it works, okay? I mean... Anyway. Now that I think about it, sure I've gone through a lot. Happiness... Well, I used to dream about becoming an idol or a florist or a patissier when I was young. Those are three random... Like, I want to work and make pastries. I want to be a florist. I want to be an idol. Three vastly different fucking, not even... You know, what a girl usually dreams about. I never dreamed about being any of those, by the way. But as I grew older, my dreams slowly faded. And by the time I was at my old job, I wasn't really thinking of anything. That's not true. We all dream about being like some kind of idol in some way, like going to be an actress. Except for I was fat as a child, and, you know, I don't want to be the comedic relief. I can do that on the side, whatever. That's what I'm here for. But, like, I don't know. You know, normal things. Every girl dreams of running a bakery or a flower shop. Really? Was I supposed to? I think I wanted to be a lawyer when I was really little, because lawyers made money. So my goal was to have money. I did not achieve that, okay? Did not achieve that in the fucking slightest. Holy shit.
$5 whole. Yay, I'm excited.
I'm just saying. Did not have normal child. Okay.
And then I had dreamed about my wedding and having babies.
Didn't dream of that shit either. I don't know. I mean, I didn't ever dream of taking over Enchante until Grandpa passed away. I wonder what it means to be happy. Do you feel happy right now? Yes? Okay. Having a romantic relationship isn't the only thing that leads to happiness. That's why we play Atome games. We can have the best romantic relationship without the stress. That's not true. These games cause me stress sometimes. But will I follow that path one day too? Meeting someone and falling in love. Wearing a wedding dress and standing at the altar surrounded by flowers. She went right from meeting someone to getting married. You don't have to get married to be happy. I know it's weird, but I can't imagine that ever happening to me. Well, not like I have a special someone. Speak of the devil. A message came in. It's Rindo, isn't it? I sit up to check who it came from. Mr. Rindo! I hurriedly opened the message. The message said that Ten was sad when he discovered that I wasn't there anymore. It also says that he wanted to give me a gift before I left Mr. Rindo's place. With Ten completely drunk from all that wine, he's sort of regretting that he couldn't see me before I left. Oh well. I chuckled to myself, but as I read the last few sentences... I nearly dropped my smartphone as I started reading it. It said that Mr. Rindo was considering bringing Ten to Enchante. But since Ten's under GPM surveillance, he can't let him leave his home without proper approvals. So, he asked me to come by again to his home, and next time, he'll have something prepared and ready. He'll have himself prepared, covered in fucking whipped cream. Yeah. It's gonna get sticky. I can go to Mr. Rindo's place again? I mean, to be honest, I'm pretty darn happy. I was having a lot of fun back there. I can help with the cooking again. Or maybe we could watch a movie, or even watch the latest drama series on TV. Did you see a fucking TV in that place? Huh. Wait a second. I noticed that I'm getting all excited thinking about going back there. We has crush. Does that mean that I'm actually wanting to see Mr. Rindo again? Okay, never mind. He is your friend, so yes, you'd want to see him again, but I get what she means. Maybe this is what it means to have a normal and happy life. And maybe I'm in love? Oh, come now! Finding happiness isn't this simple. I know, if we wish it were, though. That's right. Mr. Rindo is way older than me. This game's hammering that in there hard. I was going to do it anyway, but the game is just helping. There's no way I could manage a relationship with an older man. Wait a second. Why am I thinking of him as a partner? Then again, Miser and the others have been living much longer than me. So in comparison, the age difference between me and Mr. Rindo is like nothing, and... Huh? Why am I trying to rationalize this? That wasn't even a good reason! I keep rolling around on the bed, never quite finding comfort. After a while, I finally regain my cool as I go back and read the message from Mr. Rindo. This part's like way over, but... I'd love to see you again at my place, if that's alright with you. I can't hold myself back. I somehow force myself from smiling, and I reply back to him, yes, I'd love to come back. Perfect place to end it. Obviously. So anyway, yeah, we'll keep going, and this chapter's gonna take forever. So anyway, I will see you guys next time. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe to see more.